All right, what is up, children of strange kaiju, I guess. It is time for another episode of The World is My Burrito. Right now, we're doing the Monarch Season 2 coverage. Today, I am covering Episode 3 with my homies, Zack Deuce. What's up, Zack?
Hey, good to see you again, Corey.
Good to see you. It's only been a week.
I know.
Not even.
I'm so sorry.
Only been a week. And this time, Bob is not with us because Bob was doing super great things in D.C. at a convention, specifically talking about Doctor Who. So I just scoured the depths of the oceans to find whatever I could. And we got Jose back on the podcast again. Jose from Cinema Villains. What is up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on? I'm glad you went through the entire book like anyone but Jose. Can you come on? No. Can you come on? No. Finally, you're like, oh, Jose. I'm like, yeah, of course I come on. I'm not doing anything, Corey. I know you're not.
Reached the end of the Rolodex where it's like a list of people who like the Heisei Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah.
I can't
the only
wait,
name
Corey.
on it.
I can't wait.
Okay, so today, episode 3. I did not write down the title of this one. I realize that they do have titles. I'm just so used to anime where nothing has a title. But if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It released on, what would that be, the 12th?
Thursday.
Oh, well, Thursday.
Yeah.
Right.
Thursday night,
Yeah,
you can stream it. And the title is Secrets, Corey.
Oh, secrets. That's why I forgot, because it was a secret.
Yeah, you always forget
Oh,
those.
boy.
Oh,
There's
sneaky,
a whole
sneaky.
lot of secrets.
Blurt them out at the worst possible time.
Okay, so this episode might be slightly more organized than the last one. But before we get into it, because I am already making myself a liar, Jose, since you weren't on the previous 2 episodes, get the listeners caught up with your opinions on episodes 1 and 2.
So they're just fine. They fall in line with y'all a lot. Well, I'm really digging the past. And then we get to the future, and I'm just like, okay, can we? What are we doing here?
Come on, any minute.
Any minute now, and it just, it's like we have this one of those things where like we have to do dumb shit in order to keep this plot going. So like, hey, I'm gonna hit this button. The very important person tells you not to hit the button. I'm gonna hit it anyway, and now we have not Iris. What is it?
Violante.
Titanolante or whatever.
Tintalante.
Tintalante, yeah. Tintalante's out here now just shucking and jiving in the ocean, just like, yay. But yeah, but other than that, they're fine. They are fine.
They're
I'm hoping
just
they pick up.
fine.
I'm hoping they pick up, and I was like, we'll get into it later, but this episode, I'm like, okay, we're getting there, and we're at a screeching halt again. Okay. Thanks. So... we
kind of alluded to this last time, Corey, and I think we did it in season 1 as well, about like your first episode, because each episode is like 2 directors, then you switch, and then 2 directors, and then you switch again. And the first episode seems to be, all right, set up, and then the second one is like, okay, let's do some shit. And then you kind of rinsed and repeated that through season 1. I know we're only 3 episodes in, but season 1 seemed to kind of get a good flow that worked for them. I'm still not sure yet on season 2 if that's going to work. But I'm seeing the pattern again of slow slog. Something happens, slow slog again.
Yeah, I feel like what, especially once we get more into this episode, where season 1, everything was kind of taking strides. Like, it is a forward momentum. We are going places. Even though it is jumping back and forth in the past, it does feel like everything is falling into place. I kind of feel like right now we're playing hopscotch, where like not every movement is necessarily going forward. It's like, okay, we're going to kind of go forward, and then we're just going to sort of cover a lot at once, and then maybe we're going to kind of go forward a little bit more. So it's not as not as sensible just yet. But we only have 7 episodes after this one to go, so
7 episodes.
yeah. Yeah, it's only 7 more weeks, y'all. 7 more weeks.
We can
I'm
do
sorry.
it, guys. We can do it.
Okay, so since I haven't had any real structure in the previous ones, for this one, because I ended up rewatching the episode earlier today while working on some other stuff, and was like trying to kind of come up with the things that I feel like were most worthy of talking about. So really, I think one of the biggest points of this episode is Cate is espresso depresso. We start off with kind of the conversation between Cate and May, and like May returns to the ship and then is immediately no longer on the ship because no one's talking to her about things that she knows everything about.
Yeah,
You know?
I guess they just both left the ship at that moment, but one went one way, one went the other. It just
Yeah, man, I said that I wanted to have this more organized, but I don't. And I feel like a lot of that really comes down to this episode was just sort of frustrating in where and how it was doing things. It felt like it was forgetting the characters. Because right after May turns around and walks back towards the ship, you can see it in the background. It is 100% guaranteed the ship is behind her, and that is the direction that she's going. Everyone is immediately having a conversation about Apex and not involving May. So it's like I kind of really feel like they should have been looking for May at this point to give her something to do. But May makes a statement about like wanting to be involved in the process after the last episode, or episode 1, where she says, "Why am I part of the process? I don't need to be here."
That was very fourth wall breaking, because we had this conversation in the first episode of what are the kids doing? They had a concise, clear objective and focus in the plot of season 1, and season 2, a bunch of them, most of them have really been just treading water at this point. We're not sure what they're actually doing. I mean, Kentaro, I guess, has a bit of a purpose now because he's with his dad. But May is kind of, I mean, by the end of this episode, she now has something to do, but she hasn't been doing anything. Kate's dealing with some shit, but the kids aren't doing much.
I think really probably the biggest thing in this episode, because there's so much focus put on this. The biggest topic in this one is the cheating conversations, or like unspoken affairs conversations. I feel like once we talk about that, it'll be a lot easier for me to talk about everything else, because that is like, this upset me the most. This was the one thing that I was like, I really don't like the through line that we're getting now. Of like, oh, Keiko also cheated on Bill Randa, and how everything's delivered, where someone will say something and now they're having to cut to the past to show the thing that they're alluding to. And I kind of feel like now we're muddying the past. Now we're making it less fun to be in the past. So what were y'all's opinions on how all of that was handled between like current times, past times? You know, because we've never even, it came up, but I guess there's never been a true punishment for him cheating, because it's like he's still hiding from everyone and makes a ton of money, so it's kind of whatever. Now it affects him because it's with his mom, though.
Yeah, I mean, it did affect him a little bit in season 1 when we all thought, you know, his wife was going to take him back, and then she dropped the ring in the box, and she's like, "Yeah, here you go." Like, that was like the first like kind of consequence that we all went, "Oh, well, shit. I guess she just wanted to hear him say it, and then was like, yeah, cool, see you later." There was a little bit of a consequence there, but it didn't seem to, I guess, bother him as much until now, where he's got to explain that to his mom, while we're also watching his mom deal with the same thing in the past or a similar situation.
It's like, yeah, just dab him up, Mom. Just make him feel better. Be like, that's my boy. Come here.
Hey,
Like, oh,
you!
and that's one problem checked off. We ain't gotta worry about that no more.
Bring it in for a high five, buddy.
Exactly.
My son.
Exactly.
Son.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm wondering if they're trying, because I really don't know where the show is going kind of with this. I am not against Keiko and Lee Shaw having additional relations in the past. I really hate how it was handled. I wish that was more of like a hinted or spoken thing where they alluded to it a little bit more. My one note, especially after rewatch, because my favorite part in this entire thing is we learn that Keiko cheats with Lee Shaw, and then we get this amazing interaction where her son is like, hey, by the way, Dad left me when I was 11. He just left.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, he would never do that. Because Bill Randa, from what we see, is a great fucking dude. And then he breaks down and he's like, what makes a man a burden is my favorite line in this entire show. But that whole interaction I thought was amazing. And I feel like that's kind of the point that we should have learned. Because she would see now what her actions in the past did. So that would be kind of the point when I feel like we should learn that the cheating happened.
Unfortunately, she doesn't know that, though. I mean, we suspect that's why Bill left. We don't know yet.
Yeah, but he
could have tossed that back in the box. We don't know.
Yeah, but for us, I think. I mean, I guess, we'll see what the next episode holds, but I get this feeling that, Bill is like, sure, he probably loves his son. Well, no, Hiroki's not his son.
No.
It's her son. Yeah. So it's not his son, so he'd probably be like, you know what, this isn't mine. I'm out of here. I want to go hunt kaiju anyways.
This isn't mine.
You know what? It makes more sense now because if he reads that note, he's probably going to be heartbroken. And I can now believe him going into a depression and turning into John Goodman into a couple of years makes more sense. Right?
That's a quick fall from where he is to John Goodman.
Exactly. It's like, well, man, you got to put on some pounds in a minute. So
that's like the X-Men films
now.
That's like turning into Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen in like a decade.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one that always gets me. It's like 10 more years, they become old as fuck.
Yeah.
You're going to get hit with the old stick real hard.
Exactly.
Real young.
It's so bad that you're crippled and you can only use your mind and move metal.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that always tripped me out. I was like, wait, this takes place when? When did Kong Skull Island take place? I'm like, so you have... I guess you still have some time to transform into John Goodman.
Yeah, a little time, because I do have to keep looking everything up. So the cheating thing out of the way. Again, I'm not digging the through line right now. I kind of wish that was more hinted and less showed, because I feel like we could all pick up on that. Even in the previous episode, episode 2, there's that moment where they get drugged and they're kind of like, ooh, and Lee has a want. You can clearly see that he wants her.
Yeah.
But she's not necessarily reciprocating in the moment. I kind of like what we did there, because it's like, like, is it the drugs, or are we just like now uninhibited? Like he's able to freely express himself. I would much rather have an artistic approach to that. If Bill Randa ends up reading that letter in the next episode, then it's like, all right, well, all of this just feels dumb now. But I do enjoy the fact that there is something in the present, well, present-ish. It happened in the past, but something that could have a great effect on the present, where it's like, yeah, by the way, Dad left. and this is all your fucking fault. You know, no one knows that yet, but like we think we know.
Right.
I think this would be actually genuinely merited drama, because I am not feeling Kate's drama, or really Tim's. I didn't feel the Apex takeover. What did y'all think of the Apex takeover?
I thought it was cool only because I really liked that actor. I forgot his name, but I was like, hey, he's in this show now. Cool. He's like, I'm taking over. Hey, I'm down with that. Sure, y'all might do something very nefarious in a couple years, but you know what? I forgive it. It works itself out, so who cares?
It handled the way that you usually see it is, you know, new guy comes in who's clearly more confident and has orders from up above, and current guy has to go, well, wait, that doesn't sound right. Yeah. Well, you know, ask him how his dad. You know, tell him I say hello. Give him my regards. It's like, oh shit, yeah, you're screwed, Tim. They've signed off on this. You're not a leader. They know it. So you're screwed. Just follow whatever they're doing. But now I'm not gonna feel as bad when there's a tentacle party later. So
Right, exactly.
It'll happen.
it is. We've already seen it. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested in what is going to happen with the Apex thing. They have got to do a really solid job of connecting this, because it is just a lot of stuff happening in one episode, and a lot of it doesn't necessarily feel merited to me just yet because of the quantity of things happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do have a valid question and concern from Tim that I agree with. It's a private company coming into a government department, although the government department has kind of been flushed around to different levels of the U.S. government, but still we're OCPing it in a way. They're coming in and they're taking over what shouldn't be taken over by a private company. And this is for them to do whatever they want with. The valid question and concern there, but also I guess that means that the United States government isn't really holding Monarch that high in its capability, at least with Tim. It's not something that they have much faith in or stock in, and Apex that's money. And the U.S. government always looking for more money or something not to cost billions of dollars. So if another private company is going to hand you billions of dollars, then you might say, yeah, sure, take the ship out for a little while. It's fine. If you sink it, that's only $100 million, but you're giving me $2.5 billion. Okay, it's good.
Yeah.
The ship that can go 10% faster.
Man, if I could only go 10% faster. So good.
Just think of all the goos.
So much.
Apex taking over. We'll see where this ends up. Apex is still, man, I would, if there's a positive, because Zack, to your point, it seems kind of dumb that it's dumb that it's a private company taking over a government agency, but it is in the real world 2026. So we have seen very similar things happen a lot. And the other thing that I think is dumb, because it is so annoying for this show, but May is the one who betrayed Apex. Everyone knows that. That was it's not hidden from anyone. Apex just lets their employees look at whatever they want to look at. Whatever top secret shit they have, May has access to.
Well,
that part gave me some-
we assume she didn't hack into it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's possible, but it's so frustrating that it's like, we're just here now.
Yeah, because that part gave me like anxiety almost. Like what do you do? Why you're in the middle of the lounge area? It's not even like you're at home. Like secretly like hacking
just,
it
like,
in. You're
looking around.
You got headphones on, so how do you know someone's just like not like right behind you? Like, what you doing?
Did you catch any of the files that she was scrolling past?
Oh,
No,
I feel like I should have taken a note the first time, but I wasn't actually watching the second time. What'd you get, Zach?
At least one of us does our fucking job here. So, there is personal dossiers on Dr. Houston Brooks and Captain James Conrad that you would remember from Skull Island, showing that Apex is tracking everyone involved with Monarch. There is also something called Red Monarch, which is from September 10th, 1984. That may suggest that Monarch had operations somewhere within the Soviet Union, or the Soviet Union had a Monarch version. There is also, I forget if it's been confirmed, but I believe there is going to be a spin-off series with Lee Shaw. So, yeah, so Lee is going to be in Russia at some point in the past again. There's going to be a spin-off episode or spin-off series about that in some capacity. So people are wondering if that's what that's alluding to.
So,
yeah.
give me a communist kaiju.
That's the idea, is that the Russians are trying to control or do something with kaijus over there. And then also, this is interesting. April 16th, 2001, New York City, Titanus Mosura, saying that there was a Mothra sighting in New York in 2001, which so far they haven't dived into the real existence and mythology of Mothra of Legendary, other than there is one on the surface and then one is also in the Hollow Earth. Maybe that's how they typically behave. I don't know. But there was apparently a Mothra sighting in New York. So why was Mothra there in 2001?
Yeah. Weird.
I like that. There is, I don't know how well this was planned, but in 2014, when they're going through a school, I want to say that it was like a kid's bug container.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Had tape on it that said Mothra, and it was like a larval stage.
Right.
So, if we go by that means that someone, if that's real and not like they just did that to be cheeky and it's not part of the story, but that could mean that there are some people out there who knew of Mothra, because how else would you know the name?
I think there has been the new redacted newspaper clippings also at one point of where a large egg was found as well, and it kind of looked like Mothra's egg from King of the Monsters. Possibly that was it. Well, it could. I think a lot of them were just there for Easter eggs, because they also had Monarch Outpost 32, where Ghidorah was frozen, which Apex was aware of. So they had tabs on a lot of stuff that Monarch was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess they've been working together for a while, but
that being 2 years at least at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and working with for 2 years, but yeah, if the takeover in this episode is kind of any indication, Apex is very good at just absorbing data. So like, we get to be a part of your company. Let's absorb everything about you. That way, if for some reason we're not with you anymore, we still have all of your information. So that's pretty cool. All that from like a split-second scene. That's more interesting than the rest of the episode.
No, should I pay attention to this? Oh, I probably should.
Also, Maeve's codename is like Goonies 2, but Tim is still just Tim. He doesn't even just, hey, you gotta be careful, Apex is blah, 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 Tim.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Tim. Goonies 2.
Speaking of references, so when Cate first sees her mom, they said something about, you've been to the Hollow Earth. And she's like, there and back again. And I'm like, this is too much focus on a Hobbit reference. I know this is a Hobbit reference.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot in one split second.
There and back again, a Hollow Earth tale. It took me a moment to remember that she was gone for 2 fucking years. Because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, God, you've been gone forever. She's like, oh, yeah, it's only been a couple days for me. Oh, shit, yeah, she did go to Axis Mundi for like 2 years of all their lives out
Our
here.
time,
Whoops.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. In the time, because there's a lot of time that's been passing. Because this is now we are in 2017 in universe. One of the other kind of things that was weird is they show when she gets to her parents, she overlooks the bay, and that whole area is evacuated but overgrown.
Yeah.
But they are very apparently rebuilding the Golden Gate Bridge.
Very fucking slowly, might I add. Holy
Right?
shit.
I was like,
you
would
know-
it take that long? I'm like, hold on.
I don't know, money, finances, whatever. But the thing, my first thought is, why? Like that is the one thing that I would love to know. So clearly, very close to the Golden Gate Bridge, because if you look up that building, I've already forgotten what the building is called, but literally, I think it's just the pyramid. But if you look up Triangle Building in California and look at its relation to the Golden Gate Bridge, they are real close. So it's like, why is it that this place is a wasteland and the Golden Gate Bridge is currently undergoing construction? Are they trying to reconnect to like the people on the North Shore? I don't think they're going to be getting a whole lot of tourism. I don't know. That
Well,
was
maybe.
just kind
I
of
was like, see where Godzilla stepped on that
Yeah.
bug over there.
pay
This
extra
spot
money.
right
'Cause
here.
the north side of the bay is a very rich area.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just like a tiny nitpick, that it's like you already showed that this is a wasteland, and now you're showing that it's attempting to be like a highway. Like, maybe fix the wasteland first.
Well, they might just be driving by. You can still use the interstate, the main route, and get across, right?
Nah.
Sure. I think so.
So acting stuff. I mentioned the Cate's espresso depresso. How do you feel about the Cate that we get in this episode?
I mean, it's just, I guess
Go
she's
ahead.
just trying to douse the pain, as they say back in the day. She was like, you know what? I fucked up. Who cares? This is really my problem. I'm just going to drink and have fun. They'll take care of it. It'll work itself out. I don't know. That's like I said, I don't. It's one of those, like, do we really need this right now? I feel like we're wasting time with this.
Yeah, Zach.
I know she's still dealing with a lot of shit. She had PTSD in season 1, losing her students right in front of her, and then now she is blaming herself for unleashing a new kaiju that has yet to do anything other than just appear in the world. Like, it has not attacked anything yet. So we don't necessarily know that it's an evil kaiju. It could be of the neutral aspect, like they've shown Godzilla in the Godzilla films. Godzilla is a neutral form of nature that just maintains balance. This could be like that. We don't know, and we actually kind of see a bit of that creature, more neutrality really, in this episode at the very beginning. And with Cate, okay, so we're trying to reacclimate to life. We blow off some friends that I guess we weren't really looking forward to see, to go out and drink and try to drown our sorrows with alcohol and potentially bad decisions, until Apex helps orchestrate a Titan warning so that the world knows that another Titan has appeared. And then she's struggling with trying to keep this inside and wants to blame herself and wants to get it out to relieve that, I don't know, stress and responsibility and guilt. I'm just not. I'm not feeling it with her character. Unfortunately, this is the. I think the worst part of season 2, and it's not bad. It's just the kids are the weakest. Weakest, I should say, not worst. The weakest part right now, I think, are the kids. They've been shoved off to the side, and nobody knows what to do with them. And we know that Cate has something because she she had a connection to Godzilla in season 1. She, just like Keiko, felt the vibrations. So she's got something to do. So we got to keep her around. I'm just not feeling it yet, unfortunately.
The PTSD thing, it was kind of overshadowed in season 1, and so it just feels it is overly dramatic in season 2.
We only had one real episode of it in season 1, and that when she went back to San Francisco, that was like where it really played into her character.
So you mentioned the friend at the bar. This is the same chick from season 1, her girlfriend.
It is, okay.
That she moved in, Elisa Lasowski. Because I was like, man, I don't remember what that chick looks like. Let me figure this out.
Cheating on her other girlfriend with her, right? Was that it?
This, now I'm trying to think of which one she was, because she's listed as Michelle Duval. So I don't know if this is she's in 8 episodes, so this must have been the other teacher. 8 episodes of season 1, which would have been flashbacks. So I imagine that this is the teacher that she was allegedly in love with. Either way, she is a returning character, so that's cool. I didn't remember her face. They show her 8 times.
There was a part of me like, maybe I should have watched season 1 again before season 2. I'm just like,
She wasn't in the recap. I rely on the recaps.
Come on,
I know.
If that shit's important, put it in the fucking recap.
Recaps in every episode, but you're like, here's everything that you absolutely already remembered.
That son of a bitch made it.
Son of a bitch, he made it.
Son of a bitch. I had money on him dying. God damn it.
My parlay thing.
Yeah. So hers, I think she plays a really good annoying drunk. I will give her that. It's everything else that I don't believe. I can't feel the PTSD thing, because it doesn't ever feel like she's fighting through it. It's like she only fights through it in a specific moment made to be dramatic. That's when she struggles with it. She's not, her character doesn't feel like she's struggling with it. There are just moments where like, I got nothing else to do. We may as well make Cate feel sad about meeting Godzilla. I did take a note, because at the very end, right as she's getting on the rock, she's going through flashbacks.
Was that her contemplating suicide? Was there like a cliff there? I couldn't quite tell.
No, she was pretty close to the water, because she's walking on the beach and stuff, but she just gets up on a rock. Weird shots, but she's in the water. Like there is no cliff when you get down to the beach right there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I was going to jump.
Because I wasn't sure. I didn't know if that's what they were trying to,
She's just revisiting her horror. But my note when I saw that was, imagine writing a script that has the motivation, remember, both Godzilla and Kong are mad at you. Because she has the flashback of Godzilla looking at her, and then the next flashback of Kong looking at her, being angry. And I'm like, this would be so much better if the show were goofier. Having Kong, like, remembering that Kong looked at you in anger because you let a kaiju out. Like, yo, what the fuck, man? That is great. We're speaking about this off camera, a show that you mentioned, Jose. This show would be better if it were more like One Piece, where it needs to acknowledge that it is dumb. And it needs to have fun. Because the serious moments, like I think you said you hadn't seen episode 2 of the new season.
No, I just finished it. I literally just finished it.
Okay. You finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not going to spoil it for Zack in case he goes to check it out. But episode 2 has a couple of moments that hit really hard. Like, Brent and I were both like, oh my God, like I'm feeling emotions right now. But it's because they're having fun with a show like that.
Exactly.
Generally,
it's perfectly put.
Yeah, I think if we're doing
lean into
modern
Godzilla goofy,
side by side. Yeah.
yeah, that might be a problem. Like, yeah, this One Piece show's pretty good. Oh, Monarch, yeah, come on, Monarch.
Yeah. Oh, and then Monarch.
Poking it with the stick, do something. Come on.
Probably the next big thing, or the last big thing that I have to really talk about, we finally get a name for Titan X, which is Kokai. I looked that up to see if it meant anything, and the only thing Google Translate gave me is that Kokai means cocaine.
Hey, maybe it's a fucking
Probably not.
rejuvenator.
Yeah.
Titan. Like, that Titan will get you worked up.
Exactly.
Thought it was like Kai Vilu or something, or
Well, okay, at least in this episode, because I wonder if they've mentioned the name in a previous one, and there might be more to it. But yeah, it starts where episode 2 ends, and they say something about Kokai.
Yeah.
But the kaiju itself, the little shellfish, runs out into the water, and Titan X seems pretty cool with this. Like, changes from pink to blue. And I'm kind of wondering, are these things supposed to be its children? Because Bill was talking about migratory patterns. Like, that's why he left, was for migratory patterns. So are these supposed to be, like, kiddos? What do you think?
Maybe, because it literally pulls up. It's like, hey, kids. And they all just scuttle, get into the ocean, hop on it. It goes from pink to blue. Like, all right, see y'all later. And just, my job here is done. But I don't know. That's what I'm still waiting for, because they can clearly call her. I'm assuming it's a girl, right? Titan X? It's a girl? I don't know. They can clearly call it if they're in trouble. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm still waiting for. Like, so what are the purposes of these crustaceans?
Zach, what do you think?
There's definitely some relationship there. We know it. And I think we talked about how are they bringing sustenance to the Titan X, Kai, or are they offspring? The Titan didn't turn red or pink until Shaw kicked one of the little crustaceans, and that's when it all of a sudden turned red and took a swing at them. And then as soon as the last crustacean jumped in the water, then it also kind of was reddish, and then they all calmed back to like a bluish, translucent color, and then they all swam off. So it could be offspring, but then I don't think so, because then we're in kind of the Muto problem of, will there be so many of these things everywhere?
Yeah.
How do you hide them? And the idea behind the Mutos is, once all those eggs hatch, that's the end of the world. So that's why you have Titans that are taking them out, and they're never actually getting to that point. So unless there's something killing all these little crustaceans, I think it's just more of a relationship, of like the, whatever the little fish are that, swim in, remoras or whatever.
Remora, yeah.
That swim with the sharks, and you have a lot of these other little fish that help out the bigger animals, the birds that help take the crap out of the crocodile's mouth. I think it's a symbiotic relationship, and it's not necessarily children, but they're still valuable, and probably this Titan has, emotions of some sort attached to them.
They are related in some way, because they clearly have, the similar aesthetics. Both of them have the same type of spikes. They both glow the same color.
Yeah.
So there is something going on there. It could just be
Somehow.
like a subspecies symbiotic relationship.
And we've seen that in Hollow Earth. We've seen Gojira subspecies, smaller and bigger. Though I think they found like a skeleton of a bigger Gojira kaiju in Kong's throne room in Godzilla vs. Kong. That looked like it was a different style than Godzilla, but much bigger, because the idea was it took multiple Kongs to take it down.
Right. Now I have a good reason to rewatch that.
There you go.
So I'm kind of wondering if the overall plot of this show is supposed to be, will end up being about connection, solely based on this episode, because we're seeing that the humans cannot connect well. Everyone is, even no matter how much they do for someone else, it's like none of them are truly connected. Cate has difficulty, and actually, I didn't even thought about the cheating thing, but now we have 3 characters who cheat on their significant others.
They're
So
all
we have
related.
Cate, we have Keiko, yeah, and
Like the dad.
Hiroshi. Hiroshi. That guy.
yeah, I watched
cheating
this
is
show.
genetic.
Jesus
That's all it
Christ.
is, don't you know?
Yeah, cheating's in the genetics. So
Yeah.
it does make me wonder if there's some type of a theme, especially with the Titan X having a connectivity to these little bitty creatures. You know, it is trying to remain connected, and everyone else is having difficulty remaining connected to other people. Because there is, like, back to the sort of Kate's not really believing what is going on with Cate, because there was that like brief, like the end of season 1. It seems like Cate and May are now an object, and now they're just not. It seems like that's not really addressed, and their first conversation in this episode doesn't really do a good job of covering that.
No.
But Cate clearly has an issue. I don't think they're addressing it in the best way, but it is still a conversation of connectivity. And then now we will be learning of the connectivity between Hiroshi and Bill, like Bill Randa, because, you know, it's all these humans seem to struggle with remaining connected to people, and this kaiju's thing seems to be connection. Like, it seems to have the ability to talk to these things, whatever the hell they do, because they always seem to be chilling on land, but they have to swim to go to wherever it is that they're going. So I wonder if anyone at the studio thought about connectivity as a theme.
I'm like,
We'll find out.
Maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe on the next episode.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm really starting to think y'all should have probably dropped these 2 at a time. I don't know. I'm just like,
Yeah. Or just a 2-hour episode, you know, call it what it is.
yeah.
And I think the pacing could have been better, because this one just feels stuffed.
Yeah.
There's just stuff in it. Because when I rewatched it, I was like, where? You know, I watched it the first time, and I'm like, I'm not really enjoying this. And I watched it the second time, and I'm like, where are we going? There's too much happening right now.
Man, this episode's only like 45 minutes. Give me that extra 15 minutes. How dare you cheap out on it?
Yeah.
Give me that hour.
But so with the connection thing, my prediction is that we are going to learn that Titan X was cheated on by its husbando. It had a partner that cheated on it, and that's going to be the big
We're gonna
reveal
learn
at the
it was
end.
with Godzilla.
Yeah.
I think Godzilla left
Dang.
it for Mothra because she could fly. And it just devastated her.
And then they both turned around and just beat the shit out of Angus.
They beat him up together. Damn, it feels good to
Like-
be a gangster.
Poor
Beat him up
thing.
so bad that when he was resurrected, he didn't remember that Godzilla killed him.
There you go.
Oh, man. So something I completely forgot to bring up last time, but it did come to mind, and this episode is kind of furthering it. We're taking the invasion of Apex. They are stealing the Hiroshi's ball, just the one, his very important singular ball, and
What he had.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then take into account that this creature speaks through. It communicates. It does have sound that it can communicate with. And what is the sound that it communicates with? Does anyone remember when it first makes its noise in episode 2? What is that sound?
It's kind of like a wah, wah, ho, ho.
There you go. It's Mothra's roar, right? Mothra's.
It's not Mothra's
No, it's
roar.
not
It is
Mothra, I can't remember.
No.
It is the noise that we hear the orca use. This is the Alpha Titan sound that Orca uses in King of the Monsters. Because I was like, oh
Okay.
shit, it makes the noise, and it's like, oh yeah, this is just that one sound that we hear. Because I want to say they had to change it for Mothra, but when it was initially set wrong, and that's why it angered Mothra. But yeah, it's I am pretty sure Titan X's cry is the same thing that we hear for the orca. So we are seeing the creation of the orca, because it starts as this massive, it's tiny, but it's still a massive ball, and between 2017 and 2019 in universe, they turn it into a laptop.
Which that tracks with
Yeah.
how technology would be at that point. We also completely ignored the past. not a whole lot happened, but the village people aren't happy. They were hoping that Shaw and Keiko would die, and Keiko got a photo. So, but at least there's one person on the island that apparently doesn't hate them, because while they're running away, she allows them to leave, which they keep the film, which still questions why we've never seen any documentation of. I mean, they could still lose it. It could still be buried away in the government shelves with the, Raiders of the Lost Ark and shit. But they did keep the film, and Bill found them, so the film makes it off the island.
Yeah. I did feel like that was kind of dumb, because he just takes the camera and throws it, and he removes the film from the camera and tosses the camera. And it's like, we've already established these people aren't idiots, so they're just not going to check for film. They're like, well, we got the camera, we're good.
Yeah, they literally like, hey, we got the camera. They went this way. Let's go, guys.
They're not the inhabitants of Skull Island. They're not that stupid.
Yeah.
But for the sake of plot, for moving it along, they are that stupid
Well, at least
right
they
now.
showed that one guy that's like, I'm pretty sure they went this way. Like, hey, come on, guy. All right.
I also had never considered, how did Bill find them?
No, that's my.
Because they are
I was like,
not where they
I
started.
feel like he found them way too easy.
Yeah.
Why was he not stabbed and shot upon arriving at the
That too,
town?
yeah.
As soon as he comes back, they'd be like, that guy, get him.
But they're not in the town. That's the problem. Is they're
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like
He would have headed
Yeah,
to the
I
town
hadn't thought
first
about
to
that.
get them, and
Yeah.
he would have
And-
gotten the
and
town,
they'd be like,
and they would
they're
have
over
stabbed
there.
him, and then he would have gone. He would have been dead.
so okay.
Unless he
well,
didn't
just
stop
one more
because
thing.
he saw like those two houses destroyed. I don't know. I don't know.
Bill still would have been like, oh God, they're here, the destruction. Oh, have you seen my friends? No, we just kind of plot device that out.
Oh, unless they're still conveniently looking for them in the woods, like 3 days
Yeah,
later.
they're still looking.
This cabin smells like bad decisions and regret. They were here.
Yeah.
Actually, Jose and Zack, I sent both of y'all YouTube link. Not right now, but like Friday.
Oh,
or, yeah. Did y'all happen to check that video out?
Corey. No,
Yes.
I didn't.
I know you did.
Oh, I was like, I'm gonna watch this later, and then I fell asleep, and then it just
Okay.
got lost in the back of my mind.
You and I have had a lot of conversation, Corey, so I don't know which one it is.
It is in the chat with Bob. I
I
sent
went
the
to the
link
wrong
and I
place.
said that it would be like good news for Bob or something like that.
I did not look at that one.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on if you want something spoiled that Legendary has already spoiled themselves publicly, but
They spoil
you
shit
have
all
to
the time.
watch the video.
Yeah,
So do you want a spoiler?
I'll take a spoiler. Well, I don't
Kind
know about
of.
that, but I'll take a spoiler.
You
Yeah.
sent it. You sent it to me. I'm gonna watch it, or I'm gonna hear it from you. Don't fucking send me the
Yes.
thing. I'm like, do you want the spoiler?
Okay, so your opinion doesn't matter anymore.
See?
Not that it ever did, I guess.
It never did to me. Don't give me false hope.
So there is an upcoming scene where Cate stands on that very same dock and has an interaction with the kaiju, with Titan X.
I figured something like that would happen.
Yeah, because Bob has brought that up, and Jose, you even kind of brought that up, but we did mention it in our episode 0 about like Kate's ability to, or wanting people in general to have communications with the kaiju, but you know, Godzilla seemed to acknowledge Kate in season 1, whether that be by accident or whatever. But I feel like this is now pretty intentional.
Yeah.
And, you know, from Kate's perspective, Kong looked right at her when Titan X escaped. So that video shows a couple of things that we're going to see in the future. But that was the biggest point that I felt like should be made, is there will be some type of communication thing. I really hope that starts cleaning up a lot of this weirdness with Kate and gets us out of this kind of fake PTSD thing or very badly written PTSD thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. That I'm hype about, because I think that is going to change everything, he says, with little to no base.
Optimistically.
Yeah. Jose, I'll ask you, you know, since you're a big fan of, well, Godzilla in general, but the Heisei era, what do you think about, like, where do you want to see the ability to at least somewhat communicate with a kaiju go? You want, like, full-on, can talk to Godzilla?
Well, me personally, yeah, I'll be like, "Hey, Godzilla, what you doing, buddy?" And him just like, "Fuck off, dude." I don't like, but no, I don't know. I really doubt they'll go all the way like that. It'll probably just be the whole, like you said, what was the shit called from King of the Monsters? The thing, the Laura Ghidorah over here.
Oh, just
it'll be like that.
Oh,
the orca.
The orca.
orca
It'll be something
yeah.
like that. I think that's the most we'll ever get. Like, hey, we can kind of call them and either calm them or like, hey, get mad and do this over here. I think that's the most we'll get with it. I doubt they'll go full, hey, we can kind of communicate with them. And yeah, that's all I think. I think it's just like a very fancy bird call or something like that, basically, essentially.
The psychic bird call.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, how about you?
You don't need to reinvent what you did in Heisei. I mean, that worked, and it changed a little bit here and there. With, I forget her character name. Was that also Keiko?
It was Miki.
Yeah, Miki.
Or unless I'm confusing the actress's name. God, I'm a
because
fake
No,
fan.
it is Miki Sagusa or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, because she could communicate. They were able to amplify it, and then she had the connection with Junior and a lot of different things. That I bet there's going to be a little bit of an empathic connection, and they may be able to feel feelings and maybe intention, but I don't think there's going to be a direct communication like we see in Skull Island and some of the later films with, well, not Skull Island, but King Kong versus Godzilla and Godzilla X Kong, because Kong communicates there with like sign language, and this is going to be more of just a I'm sorry or I'm angry, or I think that's more what it's going to be, and not such a mind reading type thing. Because even then, that was kind of like what it was with Heisei. It was kind of more of a go here, go that way. You're angry. You're not angry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I think she had, because she had grown with Junior, she had it was a little bit more communicative.
Yeah.
Because with Godzilla, it's like, oh yeah, all I just sense is seething rage. But with Junior, it was still empathic, but there was more of a suggestion than just like than just simply reading. God, really, I feel like that could fix this entire show if she could just like talk to kaiju, and fix everything, because
Yeah,
it
but
would
then
finally be in the goofiness.
But then where is that throughout the rest of the movies? Why aren't we using that?
She's the one
either gonna
person and she
die-
dies.
Exactly. Or she gets, or she's sent away into
Can you
another.
imagine the drama though? Okay, so let's fix the entire plot line. that the entire story, can you imagine if she has the ability to speak with kaiju, or at least like, empathic speech, and then the end of the show is like, we have to keep her alive because she has the, this ability that can potentially save humanity if anything ever happens to come up again, like maybe a kaiju in the Arctic.
And then Apex takes her out.
Yeah, or the kaiju takes her out. It's like that would be your Biollante ending, because then you would have the psychic character going out with the character that it is connected to,
and then they both float up into space for the upcoming movie.
Oh
yes,
no,
Space Godzilla.
Or they do have the big get out of jail free card. She could accidentally, quotation marks, fall into Access Monday again for like a week, and like, oh, I missed the entire Legendary movie series because I was in Access Monday. But I'm back now.
Damn.
Yeah.
I had to go find that coat hanger hog and get that arrow out of its eye.
Yeah.
All right, now that job's done, I'm back.
So what have I missed? Oh wow, there's a robot Godzilla. Wow, I missed that. Oh,
wow,
no.
you don't say.
Ooh, that's
Godzilla's pink now and
like
sleek.
what? Apex really were bad? Oh wow.
What?
Kong got an Iron Man glove. Is that in? I don't know. Is that in universe here?
That would be funny. She walks.
I mean, that's
she just, like,
unfortunately,
walks
I
in.
think.
You have podcasters now? What?
Yeah, that's unfortunately the fucking get out of jail. Like, well, I kind of slipped in there and I was asleep for like a week. I overslept, and now I'm here.
My alarm.
What's going on?
The Ion Dragon ate my phone.
Yeah, there you
Wake
go.
up.
Oh
I was
man, I'm
wondering
trying
why
to think.
Godzilla hadn't stopped by lately. Oh, he's been busy. I see.
Been hoofing it, because one of the characters we're so some of the territory that we're getting dangerously close to, especially what with the orca, is will Kyle Chandler ever come back? Like,
Well,
are we expected to see
and
him? Oh yeah,
his wife. I forgot the actress's
damn.
name.
Vera Farmiga.
Yeah, her.
We don't need Millie Bobby Brown.
No, we don't. Yeah, we're good.
Do
on
not
that.
need her. But oh man, Charles Dance. Man, he's a good villain.
Yeah, Charles
I
Dance.
would-
I can't wait to see what he does next. Never seen again. I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Gonna say, if they
Thanks,
manage
man.
to work him into this series, I would appreciate that. I'd be like, yeah, sure. Don't ruin it though.
Season 3, he'll return, and we find out he's really an exilian. And that's why he wanted Ghidorah so bad.
See, we need something goofy to just
We
stir this
really
up.
do,
and make it
yes.
good. Give me some, yeah. All right, so now we're gonna spend the next half hour talking about Space Godzilla and what we think.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're still on the kind of the same thing that we said last time, is like this needs something to happen. The past used to be interesting, and now I'm a little less interested if everyone just keeps fucking everyone.
Yeah.
But I think I think the Bill Randa thing is going to be good. I kind of want to see this guy broken. Because again, like it would be a great character arc for him. We would understand why Bill Randa is so willing to give up everything to just do this. Like this is because he's kind of mad, kind of upset, kind of like he doesn't know how to feel anymore. He's betrayed. And his woman is gone, and the guy that she was sleeping with is in a mental institute or whatever. So
Yeah. And unfortunately,
Sure.
he abandons the kid.
Yeah.
I think that's really the most upsetting part, is right at the end of this episode. Like, it seems like he generally does care for what's his face, as a kid, as a, what was he, 10?
Yeah, he was
10 or
something like
11 when he
11.
abandons him. So
I mean, if that letter is the cause of it, I mean, he's got to be around that. He's somewhere between 9 and 11 in that scene, and it seems like he actually cares about him. And then he just goes, oh, well, fuck this kid. See you later. Shit, okay, that really is an awful thing, but, when you're heartbroken and mad at the world and everybody that
This
you
is
cared
my
about.
13th reason why. Just like, whatever.
Okay, so does anyone else, or does anyone have anything else that they would like addressed?
Just what's the purpose of the crustos? Like, what do they do? Do they feed it? Are they scouting for something? Are they just give me an answer?
Oh, we'll figure it out eventually. Maybe.
Because the conspiracy theorists already have their thing, Corey. I don't know if you saw. I see on a video. I almost sent it to you, but I was like, no. Corey will send this back to me in anger. I saw a video where it was immediately like, guys, did we just get secretly the origin of Destroyer in Monarch?
Oh God, yeah, not another
Those are
one.
the little crustacean things. Like, what if one of those gets hit by that oxygen destroyer that hits Godzilla and King of the Monsters?
I'm with you. I'm hoping that I know there's like kind of the setup payoff approach. I've been enjoying the past, but this past was not. It didn't really add anything to the past. Just more of human flaws and bad decisions. But it was character, I guess, development. Okay, it's not the strongest showing of season 2.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that about does it. Yeah, Jose, if people want to listen to more of your beautiful voice and terrible English, where
I'm like,
and even worse, Japanese, where can they
boy,
find
buddy.
you?
y'all can find me at the Cinema Villains Podcast. We're on Twitter, Cinema Villains. We're on Blue Sky, Cinema Villains. Just type that in. Instagram, Cinema Villains Podcast. You'll find us there.
Yeah, so Cinema Villains is exclusively a horror-themed
yes.
podcast.
Exclusively
I can say that 'cause
horror.
Shaggy's not here.
Yes, exclusively horror.
Yeah, y'all have actually been back on the ball again.
Oh, yeah,
I guess
we are back.
Shaggy got his life figured out.
He found his smile again. He found his shadow like Peter Pan, and he's just ready to go.
But it has been great having y'all back in the podcast space.
Yeah.
Zack, where can people find you?
They can find me typically every week over at the Neatcast and all of your podcatchers. We are also, Corey and I, you can hear us together on Podcasters Assembled Season 13 on the Terminator series. That'll be dropping 1984's The Terminator pretty soon. You'll hear me on the disassembled episode for RoboCop. And I've got a new episode with maybe with Bob for the Great Pop Culture Debate, where we're talking best sci-fi series, and that will be dropping probably in a couple months. But by the time this drops, I would have just recorded it, so I don't know who wins. When it drops, you'll find out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so Jose, feel free to submit to the Terminator. So yeah, go listen to their podcasts, and for anyone listening, please submit to Podcasters Assemble. You know, if anything, just wait till T3 and beyond, because those are going to be the best episodes. I can guarantee you right now, best coverage.
Gonna be 3 of us.
Yeah, all 3 of us, Eric, Zach, and myself, are the only ones that are going to be recording for that. But yeah, and as always, you can find me, Twinbee Podcast, anywhere on social media, twinbeepodcast@gmail.com. Feel free to send me an email if you completely disagree with everything we say. You can send me your conspiracy theories on why you also think that the creature that looks like Biollante is actually Destroyer. You know what? I would give them big props if they managed to work something like that out. Be like, this is cool. Yeah, I think that's it. That's good. Go continue to watch Monarch. Episode 4 comes out in a couple of days from when this releases. No outro. Maybe I'll put a kaiju call right here or something.
Tetalante.
But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Publicly. Thank you again for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
For having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Jose, I
both
hope we
downloads.
see
Thank
you
you.
again. Yeah, both
Yeah, I hope
downloads.
you see me again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. All right, yeah, good night. No outro. Bye.
Bye.